It's a mix.
Kind of all over the shop. We've got some journalism students, some media performance students, media production, so it's all, all relevant.
Yeah. So what would you like to know then? Far away.
How did you get into presenting?
I was a child actor. I started off just doing an after school youth theatre group in Croydon, and then from that I used to turn up at professional auditions, just turn up if I ever got wind. And did a couple of films and some movies, some ads, and then my parents made me go, so you can't do this anymore, you've got to study. I went to uni, did English and drama, and came out knowing I never wanted to work with actors for the rest of my life. Telling it as it is. Didn't know what to do with my life, and in actual fact, this job's so tight at the moment, and my dad said put letters through letterboxes, just stick, just go out and do whatever you can. I used to write to The Guardian, still got my 127 rejection letters, still got them in a file, never got one interview. And it was actually in fact from putting a letter through the local newspaper letterbox that I ended up as a journalist, because they invited me in for an interview. I got the job on £4,500 a year. It started on January the 2nd, 1988, clear as day. And really, newspapers is my background. And although the newspaper industry is changing beyond recognition, and I'm not sure there will actually be a newspaper industry by the time the newspaper students graduate, it was the making of me, really. I had the privilege to work with Calvin Mackenzie, who was a racist, homophobe bully, no compare, but my God, I mean, if I arrived there a boy and I left a much more confident man, really, and it was the best thing that ever happened to me. Worked with Piers Morgan for 10 years. Which has its good sides and its bad sides.
Before or after Jeremy Clarkson hit him?
During, actually. All the way through. And he's a top bloke, actually, and Piers was very good at pushing me forward. And all the time I was doing newspapers, I used to do showbiz, used to get showbiz stories, and that used to get me on TV, and GMTV used me as a sort of pundit, but never got a job, never came. And eventually, as my marriage was crumbling and my alcohol content was going through the roof, I thought I'd better get out of newspapers before somebody's, as a serious falling out. Left newspapers to go and work for an IT company, and on my third day in Civvy Street, I got a call from an old colleague who said, would I like to do my own show on Channel 5? So it's kind of, when I say to the students, I say it's kind of, it's luck. Taxi drivers around here will always say you make your own luck, and by that they mean you put your time in, you work hard, and something good will come out. And I work 6 days a week, 10 years, from 10 in the morning till gone 10 at night, probably midnight most nights. It took a massive toll out of me, but it was also a lot of fun, and it put me in the perfect position to do this show. So it's all the different elements coming together.
Have you got any tips, because us do media performance and it's got like a TV presentation model in it. I'm in my third year and you guys are in my second year. But we've all kind of done the TV presentation.
Yeah. I think my tip is to bring something to the TV party other than to be a presenter. I broadly, I see TV presenters as two types: pretty people and skilled people. And pretty people can get quite high salaries and do very good jobs, but they tend to have a shorter lifestyle than people like the Jamie Olivers. I mean, you think about it, you've got cooks, gardeners, painters and decorators, and car fitters are doing the biggest shows on television, and they're making all the money, but they're not presenters, they just present their passion and their love. So I would always strongly urge anybody who wants to be in front of the camera to bring something to the party other than, Anne, you're a journalist, won't you? Yeah? Bring something to the party other than, I'm a TV presenter.
Going into presenting.
And certainly later on in life, even if you've had a career in TV or journalism, if you've got other skills to your bow, it's much more. I mean, the people who are far richer than me nowadays are the people who've been top gardeners, or they have another skill, because then you can milk that later. Sorry, you exploit it later.
Sorry, go.
Oh no, I was just thinking, because you came in through it, like a journalism way, like.
Well, I was a child actor, so I actually started off as a performer. I guess you became a journalist,
and then went through and then came back again.
Yeah.
But other way, I guess, because there are, I guess you maybe personally understand, but like, other people get into kind of the other kind of shows through the BBC and things like that, like other.
And again, a lot of BBC people work their way up from doing all kinds of menial jobs in the BBC. Dermot O'Leary was a runner on a TV show, so he's going that way. I was talking to some students the other day, and they said, "Oh, I want to be a TV presenter. I'm going to start off as being a runner." I said, "Well, make sure that when you're a runner, you don't go around telling everybody you want to be a TV presenter, because then you won't be a runner. You just want to be a runner." And it's that kind of being very clear. The TV industry, by and large, that I know, if they hear the words "I want to be," and it's normally delivered as a phrase, "I want to be a presenter," right? everybody wants to be a TV presenter. So saying you want to be a TV presenter is also like saying I want to be an astronaut. You know, everybody wants to be an astronaut. Every boy wants to be an astronaut. I want to be a supermodel. Everybody wants things you can't have. It's got to be, what can I bring? What is it that I've got that I can give to TV presenting or television? I think if you shift your perspective about yourself and how you see your career to what is it I can give, how can I impress, what can I do, rather than just how do I get in front of the camera, that will lead, that's a much more successful way to go about it. I would say. Anything else?
Is there anything you want to present that you're not presenting?
Well,
any kind of documentary?
He's not going to tell you, he's just said.
I'm in a hideously fortunate position in as much as possibly a unique position. Nobody tells me what to do. I turn up and I do what I like. do what I like. So we rolled in today, and I've been watching the people bleating on about in Libya last night, and I'm thinking, but if I'm sitting there thinking, I ain't gonna toss it out there.
I was going to disagree with you there.
Well, it's just trying to find a different way of doing things. But the idea that I can go out and do something which is extremely controversial, runs completely against the every newspaper and TV broadcasters out there, and we can do it without anybody saying, "Do you want?" I mean, our lawyer was one of us. "Are you sure you want to do this?" Oh yeah, you know, I just want to give it a go and see what happens, and that is a great privilege. And I can't see myself getting a buzz doing anything else really. I do a series for the BBC in London, and it's okay, but it doesn't give me anywhere near the satisfaction of this one. So I'm happy. 5 more years, I keep saying. But every year I say 5 more years. Yeah.
2 questions.
What do you do after your show every day?
It varies. It's a good question. I get up at 4:45 in the morning, so I normally get home about lunchtime. I walk my dog. During the winter months, I have another series, this BBC series, that takes up 2 afternoons a week. I will normally do a lunch or meetings on another 2 days of the week and try and keep Friday afternoons free. Because I go to bed at 8 o'clock in the evening, so I don't really have a nightlife at all really. But when I was in newspapers, I did 10 years of every club and every party, from the Oscars, Cannes, all of those things. And I have no interest in going to any of them. I'm quite happy being home with it. And then in the summer months, I go fishing. Yeah, it's good life, camping, yeah. Anything else?
Final question, anyone?
Do you have a favourite moment of the past 10 years of doing the show?
Meeting.
Or anything else?
Apart from meeting,
Very good audience.
Last Monday was Gino Campbell last Monday.
What was last Monday?
Gino Campbell.
Oh God, yeah, he was funny. To be honest, I get a little kick out of. It's very rare to come off feeling you've done a bad show, thank God. And like today, I've had a lovely time. It's such a laugh. That, you know, I could say, oh, it's great to have Tony Blair. I mean, it wasn't really great to have Tony Blair. It's great to see all the stories go in the papers and we get a really good show with it. But it's just the way it is, really. The best ones, the best programs are when the callers totally make you rethink a position that I might have. And that doesn't happen very often, but when it does happen, I mean, that's a sort of, whoa, fantastic, because most TV people that I know treat the audience as stupid, and I think that you've shown over 10 years they're anything but. Nice one.